Good evening. Welcome to the regular meeting of the trustees of the Village of Swanton. This is Tuesday, June 28th, beginning at 7 p.m. Our village president is on other business tonight, so you're putting up with Chris, but that's fine. We do have an agenda. It's our call to order. As our tradition, let's have everyone stand and do the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Agenda review. Do we have any additions, subtractions, or move anything around tonight? Looks good? Okay.
I just have, along with the executive session, talk about attorney-client privilege information.
Okay. Public comment, but is there
Nobody's on Zoom.
nobody here? How about approving the minutes of Monday, June 13th, 2020? We were sent a copy electronically.
I'll move they be approved as written.
I have a copy.
Seconded.
Any additions or
Good job as usual.
all in favor of accepting the minutes?
Aye.
Aye. Minutes are accepted. Approve and accept the village warrants through Tuesday, June 23rd. Do we have a copy?
I move they be approved.
And I'll second.
Do we have any questions?
No, sir.
No, just an observation. We have about 10 a month, right? Usually, 8 or 10.
Yeah, we only got
You know,
4.
that's 120 something a year. That's a lot of checks.
It is a lot.
Anyway, to make light of the situation.
Okay, but any questions or inquiries?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the warrants are accepted. Any other necessary business? Maybe we'll start with Rich.
Okay. I got an update on the RIV from Elizabeth. I'm just gonna read this. So right now, phase 1 assessment is underway and is fully funded through KRPC, or NRPC, so regional planning. KAS has gathered building material samples and are currently being tested at a lab. We expect lead and asbestos, obviously, to be issues here. The cleaning and removal of the underground storage tank and above ground storage tank are scheduled for July 21st. The existence of an underground storage tank has not been fully confirmed, but it'll be roughly the same cost. So supposedly there's one in the back behind the building. The final assessment report is due at the end of August. They're about 10 days behind schedule, so we're likely looking at mid-September, but we'll hope for earlier. NRPC has funding for cleanup. We will not have that cost until the final report has been issued. Per NRPC, approval of funding should be pretty quick for that, so the final cleanup. Next steps include probably gathering a dumpster, cleaning out larger items, so that we'll be ready to move forward with cleanup and demolition once we get the approval for that. So that's an update on the RIV.
Okay, is there explanation of what phase 1 means?
Well, phase 1 was just a preliminary, right? They just went through the building. They didn't take samples or anything, so there was an observation. And then phase 2 is actually collecting and then getting data. Getting those tested and doing a deeper dive. So.
Okay, and then 3 is an action plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So was it possible that the RIV could come down by the end of September?
I wouldn't give that date, but I'm hoping before snow flies.
Okay.
Something.
Yeah.
That would be great. It's been a long time.
I know they're busy, but it just seems like 2 months for the study.
Yeah. And, so nothing else on that. So update on the bridge. We actually went on the, what do you wanna call it, I'm directionally challenged, on the other side of the bridge away from the village. We tried to weld that plate that's flapping around.
Yeah, it's making awful.
We tried welding it, and we did weld it, but it was not very much metal to weld to, so it's flapping again. So today, we were supposed to have bid openings, no one bidded on the project.
Nobody?
Nobody, so we're gonna do, they reposted it today, we're gonna try some other avenues. I mean, this is a quick 2-week project, it's a good filler project for some companies. But, I put some feelers out there, and, I didn't get any response either. So, McFarland, Johnson, they're gonna try again to put another bid package out, or not a bid package, but the advertisement again. Yeah, just see what happens.
That's not a good sign.
On the, what I would call the south, it looks like it's,
Nobody
they're
wants to work.
put some pavement over it.
So what we did last year, we did before winter, we went in and basically we poured a concrete slab, basically, lack of a different term, another term, and we laid it in between the expansion joints, and then we put rubber in there, and then we filled it with asphalt. And that took care of that, that's still holding up. If we don't get another bid, chances are we may do that repair ourselves again. We just have to see if the state grant covers us doing the work, or if we have to get a contractor to do it.
That's an interesting
I
question.
would, I would, looking at it, that looks like that worked. I mean, it's just temporary. It's not, certainly can't be a permanent fix, but
Yeah.
it looks like a good alternative because we've had good history with the south end.
Yeah.
So the north end can get the same. The joints should be physically the same as far as the,
Yeah. Yeah, they just
Just-
won't, with this fix, they just won't move anymore.
yeah.
But the bearings that are on there haven't probably moved anyway for a while.
Yeah.
So, the governor just announced a boatload of money again. So hopefully we'll see what happens. But in our case, there's no contractors out there, they're all tied up. Or nobody has workers to do the work.
That's
So
it.
it's nice to have the money, but you don't have anybody to do the work.
Wow.
So that's the two updates that I have on that. Yeah,
That's it?
we got that Thursday event, that battery zero turn event here at 11 to 1. The ride and drive event that we had for EV electric cars and plug-in hybrid vehicles, we co-sponsored with GMP. So one of the things, let me go back with this. So one of the concerns that we had when we started the Energy Committee was people said that, it's a known fact that village customers of Swanton Electric, you can't ROI putting solar panels on your roof because our rates are so low. So the cost is just ineffective. We're already 100% renewable anyway, so if you put solar panels, you kind of, doesn't make sense really.
Redundant.
Yeah, it's redundant. But some of the people were saying, well, I live in Swanton, but I'm in GMP's territory. I live in Swanton, but I'm in Vermont Electric Co-op's territory. So what we've been trying to do is do events and have these other utilities co-sponsor with us. So GMP came in and they had, that's what they do quite a bit, is these electric ride and drive events. They said out of the 5 they've had, this was the most attended one that they've had so far.
Good deal.
So that tells me that, people are interested and intent in it. We had the EV chargers in the rear. So right now, those are, I can mention that, right? So they're being sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce and local businesses.
Are they used a lot?
In 2017, they were installed and they've been used a handful of times. So today, we just had a Tesla in there charging up. So far with that EV ride and drive event and that Tesla, it's about $4.85 worth of energy they've used.
Wow. But it is there.
It is
It's
there.
on the state map.
Yeah, yeah, that's what that gentleman said today. He says, I located it and I was looking for it.
One of the things people don't realize, if you buy one of these electric cars, you're gonna have, and you're gonna charge it at home, usually comes with the car is an electrical charging apparatus, for lack of a better
Yeah.
explanation. But you need at least 100 amp service, I think, maybe even more.
You need it.
And a lot of houses don't have that much.
So there are what they call a level 2 charger that you can program it to charge during off hours. And VEPSA right now is giving an incentive for people. I don't know how much the incentive is, I could look it up right now. But they program the charger to charge your vehicle during off hours, so from 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock until whenever. So a level 2 charger, I think can go on a 20 amp service.
Oh, really?
And that's
Okay.
important.
Yeah.
A 20 amp break.
I believe. Yeah.
Okay, wow.
A level 3 is different. That's a 3-phase. That is quicker charge. That's what they're wanting. That's another initiative with that bill that was signed. They want to put more level 3 chargers at gas stations near the interstate. That's one of the things that we've been having a discussion about in the Energy Committee is there an opportunity for us to get that grant because borders open, Canadians are coming in. It's an opportunity for us to capture our travelers and keep them around for a bit. Get a level 2 charger is about 10-15 minutes, I guess, to charge your vehicle up, depending on how depleted you are.
Is signage,
We still
Part of
haven't got
this?
it on the interstate yet. I think we asked about that, was it 2017?
Yes.
It was.
Yep.
But it is listed on our fence by the substation.
Maybe I'll just go and get a 2x4 and make a sign.
Put one up there.
Yeah.
Stand out there. So, good update though.
Yeah, but whether whether you like electric vehicles or you don't, whoever you want to blame for the gas shortage or whatever, I'm just getting sick and darn tired of paying out the nose for gas, and I've got all electric lawn equipment. So,
I'm just worried that if everybody goes electric all at once,
there's no way, because the industry can't even keep up with it anyway. So it'll trickle in and,
but nobody's even, I mean, we are talking about it, VEPS is talking about it, but the countrywide, the people who should know aren't really talking about the effect on the grid to go, I mean, they're talking about converting homes to electric heat again.
Yeah, they are.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't see where it's gonna come from.
that, it's unbelievable demand.
I said that a year ago at a meeting here, after our MEPA meeting, and it doesn't mean anything, I haven't seen anything.
so.
They better get started, or it won't happen.
Yeah, so again, ISO New England is again crying wolf about shortage of electricity again and possible rolling brownouts, right,
Because of
for the winter.
natural gas.
Yeah, and natural gas in the country is not, we don't have a lack of it. The pipes aren't sized. And so to get the gas where it's needed to produce the electricity needed, so. But
So build a new dam.
working on that. There is a company, what the heck is it called, Stonecat LLC?
Yeah.
I think it is, they put in a RFP for the Lower Swanton,
Yeah.
so they're looking at that to produce electricity there. So that'll wake up our A&R buddies again.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
But I mean, my family, we just made a trip from our destination home was 888 miles. And we stopped at one hotel because we had a dog with us. It was $400 for a night to stay. But,
Oh, yes.
with an electric vehicle, that would have been 3 days trip, that 3-day trip.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then with another horrendous hotel bill.
So, I mean, if you look at it, 20 by 50, that's quite a few years still, it's 25 years out or so, right, 27 years, 28. So, a lot can happen in 28 years.
Hope so.
I won't be here.
I won't be here either.
That's all I have, and I'll stop blabbering.
Gentlemen, do you have anything?
Yes, sir.
I didn't have anything to bring up for this one.
Just a couple things. I've been talking the last couple meetings about the trees in the park. The trees came down this week. Stumps have been ground. And the plan is to meet with the Swanton tree warden between now and fall. We will be replanting 4 new trees come fall. My understanding is that fall is the best time to plant a tree, or maybe early spring, but would like to get them in the fall. So that's that part. Still preaching people slow down. You know, I don't understand these people who just don't give a damn. So
Driving has,
makes no sense to me whatsoever.
you know, I can echo what you're saying. I mean, I live at the end of the street where people are accelerating going north. And one older couple spoke to me and said, is there anything we can do? I said, I'll mention it.
Yep.
The noise, they said, is pretty loud.
Yep. So.
Come and spend an hour with me, any one of you.
Well,
Please do so. You'd be shocked.
well, even over on the other side of the river, Gallup where I live, people coming down the hill from the
Yeah.
cemetery,
Yeah,
coming down, I mean, it's supposed to be a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit. They're coming at the speed of light, and the big trucks, every one of them uses their engine brakes.
oh yeah, they do.
And that, with your windows open, even our house, we're, a couple hundred yards from the road.
Actually,
It's really hard to avoid.
the prevailing wind is essentially from your house to mine, and it comes across the river with the wind. And I hear it sometimes all day long.
Sure, me too.
I'm just, you know,
I don't know
have
the
a
answer.
heart, you know, give a damn. So, slow down.
Be quiet.
Use
Walls
less gas.
make good neighbors, but we don't wanna put a wall up, so. Just saying,
The speed is
That's all
one
I
thing, the noise is another.
yeah.
I mean, you got some people that work second shift, for Pete's sake, okay? They're trying to sleep. And other people work third shift, they're trying to sleep.
I know.
I don't know the answer. And then we get the big bunker trucks. And other size trucks.
I will leave it as, just give a damn.
That's not all you can do, because it doesn't seem to be working at all.
That's all I had, sir, thank you.
Okay. Eugene, anything else? You good? I just had,
Thank you.
on my list was the trees, and you explained that well. Also was the expansion joint of the bridge, 'cause I hear that slamming even at my house sometimes, so I know Neil hears it. I did want to compliment the street crew on the paving on Gallup Court. They fixed they had to tear it up. It's patches, smooth and nice, and it was really rough. And
And they had a bad one on spring, and they got to it. Right there, I know the homeowners were concerned about a lot of the banging and stuff, so we finally got to it.
well, they did a good job on Gallup Court.
Good.
And my other issue is came over from our last meeting as well. I still want to pursue this idea that perhaps collectively, if not just the village, the select board as well, we need to meet with the school board and talk about resource officer. I mean, I can't tell you,
Talk about what?
the resource officer for the elementary schools, that several of one of the families, particularly on my street that has young kids, has mentioned it several times. And I know they're talking about it with their friends. So, I mean, we need to think about it. Like I said last week, all the nuts in the world don't live in Texas, you know.
That's true. That's very true.
Yep.
And I heard somebody say we've never had a threat in Vermont. And I did interrupt on that. They usually don't say anything. I says, yeah, well, that's untrue. Because I know of one case where a young man was arrested in Fairhaven.
Yes.
And that was 2 or 3 years ago. And I know knowing from members of my family that threats have been issued to the schools that they work at. So I had to interrupt them and say, it hasn't happened in Vermont? Well, you haven't had a death in Vermont, but you've had threats. And some of them are serious enough for an arrest to be made.
Yep. I'm
So it
gonna harp on that till it happens.
Yes, it can.
Okay. That's it for any other business. We do have a need for an executive session this evening. I believe it's to discuss personnel. Can I have a,
I'll move, we go into executive session at 7:22, maybe, to discuss personnel and attorney-client privileged information.
I'll second the motion.
all in favor?
Aye.
Very good.
Is there gonna be any action taken after we come out?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
We have finished our executive session and we do have a motion to be made.
I will make the motion that we appoint Assistant Fire Chief Cross as Fire Chief effective August 1, 2022.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Motion passed.
Very good.
Okay, with that, is there any other comments or?
Let me see what this lady, Kate.
I made you laugh again. Somebody asked me a while ago what her name was.
Cape Evans, Mullen Gate.
Kate.
Yep. It's like Swan's version of Bonnie and Clyde, only legal.
Were you here when they were catching spears, finding them here?
No, I don't remember that.
Well, it doesn't look like she's connecting.
No?
Okay,
Okay, we're good. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So be it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.